So Mexico will hit first here. Play 7 innings in Little League Intermediate Baseball and double elimination here in this tournament to start this tournament, and have gone on to great things. Mike, Jackson Chourio is probably the first who comes to mind.
Oh gosh, freaking Major League Baseball, 19 games right now, but obviously for
umpire. 11 to 13 years old, these kids. This batting order here at the Intermediate World Series, so we'll bat through the entire roster. Valdez Govea hits second.
Strength, 50-foot distance, and the running game is in play.
This ball is hit into left field and it drops in. So Mexico has a base runner. Nice job by Sanchez taking that the other way.
I mean, that's old-fashioned leadoff hitting, right? Take a pitch, settle into the game, let your teammates see some of the pitcher stuff, and then just pop a line drive the other way. Tony Gwynn-esque right there.
That's how you get it done. So now here's Carlos Valdez in the 2-hole.
And again, Drew, I think this is the biggest difference at this intermediate level is the running game is 100% in play. Puts a lot of pressure on the catchers.
Another one just misses. Valdez definitely efficient with the bat, but he is a smooth infielder. We'll be watching him defensively throughout this tournament. Does some great things. Bouncing ball, this one's going to be fouled as well. You know, the Intermediate World Series continues to evolve year to year, and one of the big differences, Mike, I already noticed, is the double base on first base. The first year we'll be playing with that. You see the white and the orange over there. And it's kind of added for safety reasons. And I think a great addition to this Intermediate World Series. This is a bouncing ball to third. Over to first base. And we've got one out. So a good glove over there to get the out as Solis made the play.
And really a nice heads-up play where you had the runner moving, and he didn't even look at second base. Just the instincts really strong there where you know that you're not getting out of second base. Take your out at first base and try to contain this inning. Well done.
Oh, how about that curveball? That's a bite on it, didn't it?
Oh, goodness. That is a knee buckler right there. Goodness.
So Julian Resendez now stepping in here from Mexico. A base runner on second. Little ball squibbler past the pitcher and fielded and taken care of at first. Runner advances to third. And now there's 2 down. But Resendez was limping just a little bit as he went to the dugout. Hope he's okay.
I'll tell you, Drew, that's a nice play because remember the ball is deflected by the pitcher, and so you have to redirect yourself. You don't have much time. It's only 70 feet down the lines. That's a nice play by Angel Tovar.
Now it's Dante Ceros' turn. Biggest bat in the lineup here for Mexico. An opportunity here in the first inning to get on the board. Takes one high. Dante has been a big surprise all season for this Mexican squad. He has got some power. If he gets a hold of one, look out. Outside for ball 2.
Darwin Lopez behind the plate has done a really nice job so far, and he's critical right now. Him catching everything is the difference between them getting a 0 right now or the run scoring.
Ceros ahead in the count. Check swing, got by him, and it's strike 1.
That is a gorgeous breaking ball. I mean, just phenomenal. Wow.
Now the 2-1 offering. Lopez. Keep the ball away from him. It's 3-1.
You can see Sandoval really trusts her catcher Lopez. He's done a wonderful job back there this half inning.
Certainly has. Gail Pauline on deck for Mexico. Oh.
Just up.
And that is ball 4. He'll take his base. Dante wants to hit it so bad there, Mike.
Yeah.
He'll sit in the box and wait for his pitch.
Now batting for Mexico, number 43, Gail Pauline.
So now it's Gail Pauline, runners on the corners. Mexico threatening here in the first.
Always interested to see, okay, how does Venezuela defend this? You know, it's 2 outs. I don't think you would throw through to second base. I think you would just pump fake and try to address the hitter.
This ball gets by. Runner will advance to second. Runner on third decides to hold up. It's here an intermediate baseball from the pitcher's mound to the catcher. 50 feet. To each base, 70 feet. Of course, the 50-70 version of Little League. And now Lopez will call timeout and have a word with his pitcher, Sandoval.
It's a quick word. Singular word, Drew.
Sometimes, Mike, just to kind of settle the nerves.
Us
right?
adults could learn from that, right?
I think so.
Brevity is king.
Less is more.
That's right. See ya, Mr. Lopez.
Pauline watches another curveball on Mexico.
Such a great pitch.
Is still trying to feel that out, Mike.
Yeah,
that thing is pretty nasty.
Really. I mean, for a 13-year-old to be able to spin a breaking ball like that, very impressive.
Now the 1-1. Pretty good contact to the shortstop. Torrealba over to first base, and that does it for Mexico in the first. Jackson Air Torrealba leads things off here for Latin America. And that's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Right back to the pitcher. Sanchez, good glove. Over to first for the first out. So essential, Mike, if you can field that ball as well, it's a different weapon for the D, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, it's hard to control the running games at this level. It's just, you know, but the way you control the running game is keep leadoff hitters in the dugout, right? Don't let teams get into their offense, and this has been crisp so far.
So one out here for this Venezuelan squad. And there's a nice pitch there, touching the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Boy, Sanchez has thrown a slider and a curveball, so 2 distinct breaking balls so far.
Jose Vergara. That is a monster swing right there, but he misses for strike 2.
Spend the whole dollar, Jose. I see you working. That is really well done. I mean, talk about sequencing. Breaking ball, and then rush the hitter with that fastball. That's well done.
And that one just misses low. So Marco Rosen behind the plate. Yerji Kashi, first base umpire. Patrick Griffin at second, Kyle Suick at third. Aguiar, the catcher here from Mexico, gives the signal. And all of a sudden, it's 3 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a nice at bat by Vergara. That's really well done. He's fending off some really good pitches.
The 3-2 here to Jose Vergara. That misses as well. So Latin America with their first base runner. Saw there the manager too for this Venezuelan squad, Francisco Sandoval,
Now batting number
the 42-year-old. There's Francisco, runs a termite control company. Always love to see the occupations of these coaches. They put in so much time to get these squads ready for this event.
Yeah, I mean, talk about volunteering your time. They put so much into this, to your point. Oh, it's going to be fun to watch Sanchez on the bigger fields as he advances his baseball career. He's so athletic for a left-hander. He's going to have a great move to first base.
Here's Roima Flores. Strike delivered. Check that runner down at first. Gets back quickly. Catching and some of these arms too, so important. Maybe the most important position on the field.
Yeah, I'm with you, Drew. Like, there's going to be walks in games like this, right? Like, you're 13 years old and you know, repeating your delivery on the mound is always a work in progress, but playing catch and collecting routine outs it's so important.
Another one just off the plate.
But that's also why these teams are here, right? They've been good at that. I think that as you study these teams coming in here, the two things that jump out are that they play good defense and they're offensive.
Oh, a shot right back at the pitcher, and it's into center field. Runners will keep on going all the way to third. Goes Vergara. And the first base hit of the game for Latin America. Flores just absolutely hit a missile.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. I mean, gets a fastball from Sanchez and absolutely redirects it. All starts Vergara, that incredible at bat where he was down early in that at bat. He's turned this into a nice inning.
So now it's Hector Zorita. Cleanup batter here for Latin America. Check the runner at first.
That's the other thing, Drew. These teams want to run because now you're at a level where you can take leads, and Sanchez being a left-handed pitcher neutralizes that.
Zorita watches one. They'll throw down to second, at least fake it there. Try and keep that runner close at third. Now second and third here for Venezuela.
So Flores, when he ran there, he definitely waited that out. He was not going to let himself get picked off by Sanchez.
Oh, strike on the outside part of the plate. Certainly be keeping an eye on pitch counts all day and throughout this entire tournament. Efficiency on the mound, so important. Oh, how about the curve? Or was that a changeup, Mike? What would you call it?
Yeah, I'd say just a slower curveball. He's got kind of a harder slider, cutter, and then that slow vertical breaking ball.
2-2 to Zorita. Now full count.
So 2-1, he went with that slow breaking ball. I wonder if he'll throw that again here.
Zorita's got some power. Can he get a hold of one? Just off the plate. So that will load him up here in the first for Venezuela.
And Sanchez definitely wants that pitch just a little bit down the way, but doesn't, you know, that walk doesn't kill you. Now you got force out every base. Still, there's a way to navigate out of this inning.
So it's up to Eduardo Solis here. Still one out in the first. Latin America trying to do some damage. Big swing and a miss.
I wonder if Sanchez will lean on that. The pitch that has not clicked in for him yet is the fastball. I wonder if he'll lean on that curveball to try and find his way out of this inning.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
Solis loves the San Diego Padres. Down 0-2 here.
I think, Drew, that's a show-me fastball, and we're going right back to the breaking ball right here. See if Solis can get on that pitch.
Aguilar makes the signal. There you go. Tell you what, Mike. So far, so good.
Yeah. I mean, this is a really good pitch. I mean, it almost starts out in the left-hander batter's box, and by the time it's done, it's at Solis's back foot.
So first strikeout of the game. Emiliano Sanchez keeping these Venezuelan hitters a little bit off balance here in the first. And that brings up Darman Lopez. Of course, at this age level, you want to make sure you keep account of how many breaking balls you're throwing. Don't want to overuse that pitch. This one chopped to third. It's a force out right there.
That and energy, so much enthusiasm for baseball. It's the best.
So through one inning, double goose eggs on the board. Again, very evenly matched squads both of these teams are. Both teams able to get base runners, but unable to cash in the first. And we've been so impressed by the pitching thus far. Francis Sandoval doing some pretty nice work here for Latin America.
Yeah, Francis Sandoval, that is a real arm. And, you know, both pitchers have shown not just these breaking balls that you're flipping in there to try and steal strike. I mean, these are breaking balls with depth.
So 16 pitches in the first inning for Sandoval. We'll be keeping track of those pitch counts throughout the entire tournament. And most of these, if not all of these teams, Mike, when you look, they have many, many different options. Pretty much every single player on the field is capable of stepping up to that mound. These are all-stars in all of these organizations, keep in mind.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts is there's a little bit of a neighborhood baseball feel to it where everybody's got to be willing and able to get in there and throw strikes.
So second time up here for Mexico, and it's Antonio Fuentes leading things off. So quick 3 balls delivered here. Antonio Fuentes, the center fielder today. And there's a strike to keep him in the box.
Good pitch. Be interested to see for both pitchers, Drew, where they had to escape a little bit of something in the first inning. So does that exhale cause you to settle in, or?
So Fuentes takes his base. Leadoff hitter aboard here for Mexico.
I think what we're really noticing so far, Drew, is these are two very good offenses. You know, these are two clubs that have scored a lot of runs and are not going to make it easy on pitchers.
So meeting at the mount here. Francisco Sandoval Heads out to have a word with his pitcher.
I think it's a very smart meeting, Drew, because where Sandoval was so sharp in the first inning, just felt a little bit off there with that hitter. So just come out there and settle things down and get back to doing your thing.
Talked about backyard neighborhood, and there's also the family dynamic here in Little League. You've got father-daughter right there, father-son, mostly here in intermediate baseball. His assistants do really important work as well.
It's not easy coaching your child, but it's one of the most rewarding things you could ever do. It's a lifetime of memories.
So now it's Mateo Aguilar up to bat here for Mexico, taking one on the inside part of the plate. Mateo is the guy who kind of keeps things loose in the clubhouse. Ball gets to the backstop. Runner advances here for Mexico. Ball gets by, but it bounces right back to the catcher. A play over there at third, and the throw just not in time. But a great effort behind the plate right there by Darman Lopez.
Sure was. And boy, does he have arm strength back there. He almost turned a wild pitch and went out right there. That's a good pitch.
Strike dealt right there to Aguilar. You got to watch, Mike, the backstop. You got to be very selective just because it's a pass ball. If you're on third base, you got to really be sure you want to take home plate. You got to be fully committed to it.
That's right. You better have a great jump.
Swing and a miss. More heat.
Yep.
And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes.
This inning has been a little choppier for Francis Sandoval, but man, the body language has been great. Just looks very composed out there.
And able to strike out Mateo Aguilar. So Sandoval, I think that little meeting at the mound really helped.
I mean, she's really got great arm strength. I mean, that fastball is a big velocity, and so when it's up in the zone, it's going to be very hard for the Mexico hitters to get on that pitch.
So 1 out now, and it's Mateo Angeles. Strike delivered there to Mateo.
Boy, that's modern pitching right there. Fastball up, fastball down, just working north and south in the strike zone.
Angeles, big swing and a miss. Mateo is one of the hardest workers on this Mexico team. He's a quiet kid. Coaches say he is very confident. No instruction here from Samuel Jimenez. Strike 3. Another beautiful pitch by Sandoval.
That fastball's found another gear right now.
Two down here in the second. Alexis Garza coming up here from Mexico.
Wow. I mean, it is clicked back in for Francis Sandoval. We see you.
It is rock and fire right now quickly. 0-2.
Again, to her credit, like the body language never changed, never looked dejected or discouraged, just kept making pitches, and now one pitch away from getting a 0 out of nowhere. Ooh.
Just a little bit high.
I think it's a ball, Drew, but it's a really hard pitch to take.
Anticipate more hard stuff coming here from Francis Sandoval. Garza trying to dig in. Runner on third for Mexico. The 1-2.
Wow.
Slowed it up just a bit. And how about that from Francis Sandoval? As clutch as it gets here at the Little League Intermediate World Series. Still waiting for our first thus far. Ball chop, second base, easy play over there. So Resendez able to glove it at second. There's one away.
Cinderella Man, by the way, was what I was looking for there. Incredible movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking at those years, 1934, 1935, Max Baer was the heavyweight champion of the world. Angel Tovar now stepping in. Love to read the labels of all of these athletes by their peers, their teammates. And Angel had a very interesting one. As his teammates say that, Mike, this kid he's most likely to be Instagram famous.
Does that make him an influencer? Oh, wow.
And look, there is a relation to Salvador Perez. A little bit of a resemblance there, too.
Salvi Perez is a mountain of a man. Large human.
Strike on the outside part of the plate. Pretty good stuff right now coming out of the left arm of Emilio Sanchez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second inning here in Livermore.
It's interesting, Drew. Both pitchers have been brilliant, but both offenses have worked them for pitch count. So, you wonder how deep into the game both of these arms will be able to get into, just given how good the offenses have been.
And ball 4. So Venezuela has a runner here in the second. Or takes his base.
I think that happens a lot when you're facing really good pitching. You're just not going to put an 8 spot on them. So the question becomes, can you wear them down and get them out of the game and get on to the next person?
So now it's Alan Romero. Just 1 out here in the second. .32 pitches here for Emiliano Sanchez. Alan Romero, he is lightning if he can get on the base. Pass. And let's see what's up here. Samuel Jimenez out of the dugout. Oh, big swing and a miss. 1-2.
Both pitchers, Drew, that it's such a you know, such an ace in your hand when you can always create swing and miss, right? Like both of these pitchers can make you swing and miss.
Check the runner at first. He goes to second. A play is there, and he is out. So that's a great job by Pauline throwing it over to Valdez. The tag was down, and now there's 2 away.
You're not kidding. The job by Pauline, the first baseman, it kind of double pumps it a little bit here and still fires a strike. So many first basemen get sped up and panic on that play. He never did. That is really well done.
And that's how you finish off the inning. Emiliano has been amazing to watch. We've got the perfect view just above home plate. And some of these pitches really been impressive, Mike. I know you see baseball at all levels, and you're kind of looking at me with your eyebrows raised like, Drew, this is really pretty cool.
I mean, I've got great empathy for the hitters today because both teams' hitters have their hands full. You know, you talk about Frances Sandoval, she's got tremendous velocity at the top of the zone, you know, that's the in vogue pitch in baseball at all levels, is fastball up that creates swing and miss. And the fastball really, it finishes, it explodes at the end. And there's a vertical breaking ball with depth that she's got in her back pocket. So yeah, couldn't be more impressed, honestly.
So it's been Sandoval and Sanchez doing their thing. Mexico will come up here for the 3rd time. Roberto Manzano. So Manzano, the smallest player on the field here, and you see the manager, really for both teams out, having a word with the umpires. They want to make sure, especially with Sandoval, that they potentially get her out to keep her and save her for future games, as that is so important. Remember, it's not a sprint, it is a marathon.
It's amazing. These managers, they check pitch count the way I checked my bank balance as a college student. Drew, it's a big number.
Love it.
Or maybe not so big.
1-1 here to Manzano. I said smallest in stature for Manzano, but I'm telling you, this young man is the toughest player on the team, and his teammates vouch for him. They all put in their info cards before this event, do not mess with number 1.
I love that.
Here's the 2-1. Try and square this up, and fouls it back for strike 2.
That's the thing, Drew. When you're undersized, you gotta be the alpha.
And kind of earn that respect.
That's right.
So here's the 2-2. Sandoval coming right at him, and that will be strike 3. The ball was squeezed by the catcher, so the first out.
It's just a real weapon for Sandoval, that fastball up. And, you know, at the higher levels of baseball, what you hear the hitters saying in this case is you've got to push that fastball down. So take the fastball above your hands, and anything at your hands, you got to work above the baseball.
So Dueñas now takes a big cut. Antonio Dueñas now bottom of the order. And Mike, just like that, Frances Sandoval has struck out the last 4 batters that have come to the plate. This one will be fouled off.
And just showed incredible composure to get to that point, because before those 4 strikeouts, we were looking at a runner at third and nobody out. I mean, there's a 112% chance that a run's being scored there. And somehow Sandoval found a way to get a 0.
Curveball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. More hard stuff. Comes right in there and make it 5 strikeouts in a row.
Goodness. Sandoval was throwing hard in the first, Drew, but like this is another gear. I mean, that is crisp.
Top of the order here, Emiliano Sanchez, pitcher against pitcher. See if it makes a difference here. Seeing Sandoval for the second time through. Favorite athlete is Michael Jordan. So way before Sanchez's time, but MJ still has that effect on generations.
Yeah, I appreciate Sanchez getting in the history books there. Well done.
Okay, Mike, favorite all-time athlete for you. I gotta ask you. Did not go over at third base, but first time working with you, Mike, gotta pick your brain a little bit.
So this could be any sport, huh?
We'll keep it in baseball here to start.
You know, I was an undersized guy. Like the Phillies of the 80s were my Phillies. So
Wow.
Larry Boa was their shortstop, and he was my guy because I thought he's the smallest dude on the field if he can do it.
Love it. I thought you were going Mike Schmidt, maybe.
Mike Schmidt was amazing, but I knew I could never be Mike Schmidt. So we had to be more real. We were realistic even as a youngster.
Love it. Base runner here for Mexico, 2 outs. Larry Boa, not just a great player, was a pretty good manager as well.
Yeah. For me as a kid, every day checking the paper to see who was leading the National League in strikeouts. My guy, Steve Carlton, or Nolan Ryan, who was the enemy for us Philadelphians. Wouldn't say that in front of him, though.
Carlos Valdez's turn, and the 2-hole here. Oh,
Wow.
look at that movement.
Yeah, Francis Sandoval is extremely talented. This has been so fun to watch.
Another foul. That'll make the count 0-2.
It's almost unfair because Sandoval's fastball is a handful. You can know it's coming and still not get to it. And there's also this feel for a breaking ball.
It's going to be the last hitter that they're pitching to.
So just been informed, this will be the final hitter either way here for Francis Sandoval. The dominant pitcher for Latin America. The pitch count is at 50. Carlos Valdez digging in. An 0-2 count. Sandoval. Another curveball brushes him off the plate. Sanchez still on first base. This ball's going to be popped up. Should be playable here for Venezuela. The shortstop drifting over, and Torrealba able to make the catch. So what a performance by Francis Sandoval. Able to quiet the bats of Mexico. Venezuela, daughter. Sandoval was dominant as Mexico unable to get a run. So Mexico back in the field. And a pitching change here. First of the game made. Gail Pauline will get the ball. Big right-hander here from Mexico and warming up. Mike, what have you seen?
Yeah, you're going to see a really good arm. By the way, favorite subject, math. I see you, Gail Pauline. I mean, as a former math teacher, come on. Love that. But, you know, I love his mechanics. You're going to see he really turns his back to the hitter. which is a little unusual, but obviously generates more power for him. And I think at this point in the tournament, you're seeing everybody's best arms, and you're going to see, more than anything else, fastball velocity.
Coaches say that Pauline has really discovered what he is capable of in this postseason. Come into his own, that confidence growing. This age range, this is when I think you really decide how much do you love this game. Do you want to take it into high school and maybe one day into the collegiate ranks?
Wow.
That is a big-time pitch right there for a strike.
I'm with you, Drew. That's what I love about this intermediate level. I think this is a really important development in baseball, because going from the Little League field to the Big League field in 1 year at 13 years of age was just too jagged, I think, for baseball, especially like an undersized guy like myself, where, man, the Big League field just felt, it just swallowed you up. Where this 50, 70-foot field, it's beautiful. It's a great transition field.
Santiago Zerpa watches another one.
Firm.
That mitt is popping right now.
Yeah.
Just on the outside part of the plate, Santiago Zerpa, one of those utility guys for Venezuela, can play basically every position on the field. He tells his coach, wherever you need me, plug me in, I'll get it done. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Venezuela trying to get their leadoff hitter aboard here. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
You can see Pauline's fastball. It's so firm that it really creates problems for the hitters. You have to make a quick choice. Ball's just a little bit out of the zone, but I think you attribute that to the velocity.
So here's the pitch count that we are following here in Little League Intermediate play. So 3 days rest will apply to Francis Sandoval, the Venezuelan pitcher. Of course, falling in that 52 pitch range. And if you go 66 or over, that's when you got to have that maximum days rest.
Yep. I love the pitch count rules that you have at this level. It just makes so much sense. It's just self-policing and very smart.
And we will see, Mike, throughout the tournament, pitchers come in, try and get under that 20 pitches, do quick work, and then be available for the next day.
I love that lesson, too, where trying to create, it just feels like at the big league level sometimes we're in a mode where relievers just come in and throw as hard as they can, and almost like watching Olympic shot putting at times, where at this level you're trying to create outs with as few pitches used as possible. I love that lesson.
Strike delivered once more, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
I like that take by Ramirez, though. See if you can coax another ball out of Pauline. That's a smart take.
Beautiful day here in Livermore, California. Just thrilled you're with us. You see Matias Ramirez, this young man, tremendous baseball player. We'll also see a lot of multi-sport athletes out here. This guy loves playing basketball. From what I understand, he's got a pretty nice jumper.
Nice.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Pauline rearing back. And now it's 3-2. Oh, they say that he went and he swung the bat. So they appeal to first base, and surprisingly, they say Ramirez did go around. Take one more look here.
They get close. Those check swings to me are just always 50-50s.
That's first base umpire Ryoji Kashi making that call. And it's high and outside here.
Can't relate to this problem, Drew. The hair is so glorious that we can't keep the hat on.
Oh.
That's a rich man's problem, is what we call that.
Problems that we wish we had. Nice pitch.
It's interesting. Pauline's throwing stroke, it's kind of like a shorter. It just kind of rips that ball to his ear and lets it fly.
Swing right there, got a piece of it.
You can see how the hitters are having a tough time getting on that fastball. It's pitch really rushes them.
Gabriel Leone also liking a player that was well before his time in Ken Griffey Jr. Shows the intelligence and the love of the game when you love players that played during the 90s.
Power of YouTube and video games, I think.
Man.
One of my favorite parts of this, Drew, is like these kids have earned the right to be here, and you got to play well, and you got to beat a lot of good teams to get here, but they get swagged up. I mean, everybody's wearing brand new cleats. Wow.
Another swing and miss. How about Mexico? It's been a Resendez, coaches say, has the prettiest swing out of anybody on this Mexico roster. That's just into the mid. Quickly down 2 strikes. So Colina down swinging. There's 1 out.
I don't know why I would be surprised, Drew, because these teams have had to play so well to be in this spot. But I have to say, I am a little blown away by the quality of the pitching. I mean, we have seen these 4 arms have been tremendous talents. I mean, goodness, that is crisp.
Dante Ceros now standing in for Mexico.
And just dotting it up, down and away. I see you, Diego Colina. Wow.
I mean, we're watching this, Mike, and I know I'm immediately looking over at the board and saying, okay, we know Asia Pacific usually poses a big-time issue for opposing teams. Australia competitive as well. But as far as arms right now, this has been as good as I think we've ever seen at this level.
Yeah, this has been so impressive. And you can see the managers are having to try to navigate this and keep people alive for the rest of the tournament. I mean, Diego Colina, this is like a pitching machine right now. Just, it's dialed in, down and away.
Pitcher against pitcher here, Gail Pauline.
That's on me, I jinxed him. I'll wear that.
So Pauline, the batter here from Mexico. 1 ball, 1 strike. This ball shot, and it's going to be foul. Comes off the fence.
If I'm either manager right now, Drew, I'm thinking, okay, this game smells like a 1-0 game.
Yeah.
Like, I got to find a way. My offense has got to find a way to score 1 run.
This is hit hard. Left center field. Back to the wall. And it's off the wall. Pauline rounds and heads to second. And it's a 2-out double for Mexico.
I mean, this ball was hammered by Pauline. You know, for Colina, he throws so many strikes, so you appreciate that for Pauline to really, you got to be ready to hit. A guy like Colina is a great strike thrower and leans on that fastball. Drew, I think this is a very smart visit by the manager for Venezuela, because things were going so well. There's almost a little bit of a shock factor where it's like, how did we end up with a runner at second base?
A little extra instruction here from Francisco Sandoval. And the sun now, as bright as it has been all day long, a little overcast to start the day. And with the sun waking up, you got to wonder, will the bats be waking up here as well? Antonio Fuentes watches a curveball.
Boy, that's really smart. I love the mound visit, and then you go first pitch breaking ball right there, and of course it's a strike, because that's what Diego Colina does. He throws strikes.
This ball hit to first. First baseman comes over, and no problem for Zorita. So Latin America able to calm down, take a deep breath, still get out of the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Gail Pauline still on the mound for Mexico. Sandoval, manager's daughter. Good looking stance. And another strike right down the pipe. It's 1-2. 20th pitch here for Gail Pauline. Strike 3, delivered once again.
Yeah, it's been a 4-inning pitching clinic so far today.
And now in the box batting, number 12, Toriyama.
Toriyama up here for Latin America. It smacks once again for strike 1. So top of the order here for Latin America. So at the bottom of the 4th inning, finally through that order for the first time. And that is the effect, Mike, of the continuous batting order. Everybody on the roster bats.
Yep.
Usually, probably, you kind of turn that order over maybe in the 3rd. Here, in this case, it's the 4th.
Yep. It is one of my favorite rule changes we've seen in Little League over the last couple years. I just think it makes everything so much simpler and cleaner. 2 strikes now here for Toriyama, but I think this is in play for both teams, Drew. I'll be really curious to see if either team doesn't try to bunt for a hit. The problem is the pitchers at this level tend to be some of the best athletes, but it just the pitching has been so dominant. Sometimes a little bunt for a hit can be the trick.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And now 5 in a row sat down by Mexico pitcher Gail Pauline. So what we saw earlier from Sandoval, similar dominance right here.
Yeah, and it's, again, the fastball, it's a short arm stroke, so the ball just kind of jumps out of his jersey. And the Venezuelan hitters have really struggled to get on that fastball.
Now it's Jose Vergara's turn. He had to walk his last time up. Got a piece of that one, but it's strike 2. And you hear the dugouts chirping, Mike. It's probably the most fun thing in Little League Baseball. It's such a big part of the way these teams play.
That's right. Big energy, big enthusiasm. And the tension in this game just keeps growing as it's been so hard to score.
Payoff pitch coming up here once again. Gail Pauline will cash that in all day long. 6 strikeout. I talk about impressive arms. We can't hammer that point enough. In Latin America right now, it's Diego Colina, left-hander, who has been overpowering since taking the mound. And when you have pitching this dominant, Mike, it becomes a question for these managers. Okay, how dominant do I want to be today? How much do I want to save for later as well? So it doesn't make the decision making any easier, does it?
No, it's really hard today because it's a winnable game for both teams. So you're kind of all in, but you do have to think about the big picture. It is not an easy choice for these managers.
Got a piece of that one. Second baseman Tovar comes over to make the play. And there's one out.
Tovar made this look easy, Drew. I promise you this play is not easy. Fields it with one hand, which you love, gives him more freedom, makes the throw on the run. Boy, that so many times you get to see that play turned into, you get out of control as the infielder. What a beautiful play by Tovar.
So Mateo Angelos now steps in. Dream vacation, Paris, France.
Oh, right. That's great.
Ever been?
I know, and I don't think I even knew what Paris, France was as a 13-year-old. Good for him.
Hit to the same place. So that ball's got some eyes here in this 5th inning, and once again played at first. Quick 2 outs. So Diego Colina pitching to his defense, and defensively these two clubs historically in this event have been awfully good.
So good. And one of the greatest compliments I give Diego Colina, he's a natural strike thrower. His mechanics very naturally sync up to a repeatable release point. It's been fun to watch. Goodness.
Alexis Garza once again.
I think the Mexico team's made a good adjustment. They're against Colina. They're up there swinging early in the count, and because you know you're getting a strike.
Garza watches another one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the verge of being another quick inning here for Mexico. Remember, we play 7 in intermediate World Series play. This is low, though.
Both teams need one really good momentum changing at bat, as the pitching has been so excellent.
Good job working it here.
This could be it too, right? 2 outs, you're down on the count. Can you draw a walk? Can you flare a ball into the outfield?
Roberto Manzano is on deck here for Mexico. And a base runner right there. I think you said it. Momentum changing. Just something to get in the head of Diego Colina, the Venezuelan pitcher. That's the first base runner Mexico has had since he entered the game.
Yeah, and I'm sure Diego Colina is not used to walking people and doesn't like that feeling very much. He's such an excellent strike thrower. So see if Mexico can manufacture something here.
And now the toughness of Roberto Manzano comes in. Hear all the chatter right now at the ball field. Threatened to bunt. So Manzano's pretty nice handyman from what we understand.
Same thing for Manzano as it was for Alexis Garza, where it's 0-2 and 2 outs. It's a tough scenario, but Can you extend this pitch count here?
Here's the 2-2 offering. Down back.
What you described, Drew, that's exactly what this situation calls for Mexico, is toughness. It's not an ideal scenario, 0-2 outs, but anything can happen.
Pitch number 26 on the way for Diego Colina. Manzano, a good eye, and that toughness right now showing through. One ball, 2 strikes. Colina coming hard with it, just too much good stuff on the outside part of the plate. So Colina, they do get. Which team is going to score first? Will it be Venezuela? It's going to be tough if pitching continues to be just like that.
A huge mile marker in this game, though, because Pauline is going to have to go through the middle of the order for the Venezuelan team. Will not be an easy task.
Good swing that time. Royma Flores standing in. Royma's 13 years old. He's 170 pounds. So pretty good size from this young man. Loves Usain Bolt, the famous Jamaican sprinter.
Love that. Power of the Olympics.
Let's set him up outside here. See how this works out. The 1-2. Instead, he hits it right through the shortstop and third baseman, and he is aboard with a base hit. So well done by Royma Flores.
Yeah, the fastball just kind of ran middle in, and to your point, a really good job by Flores against Pauline, who's been a good strike thrower. You got to be ready to hit, regardless of count. And man, we have not had a leadoff runner on in a long time. See if Venezuela can cash this in.
So Hector Zunita's turn. Another big Salvador Perez fan. There are many. Ooh, grazed him. So Zunita will take his base.
Hector Zurita's he's mad because he wanted to hit, and I get that, and I love that actually. I love, by the way, that opposing teams giving the fist bumps. This is one of the coolest things you see in Little League is you'll see Emilio Sanchez give him a little fist bump there, but now you're really cooking if you're Venezuela.
Samuel Jimenez comes out of the dugout, meeting at the mount here. Also see Gonzalo Garcia-Reyes right there. Take one more look at what you were talking about. Sportsmanship always at a premium here in Little League.
Yeah, Emiliano Sanchez. Yeah, it's just so cool. Honestly, I wish we saw more of that at the upper levels of baseball. These kids are really the perfect example for the adults.
So first and second, nobody out. And some work to do here for Gail Pauline.
What if we'll get a bunt here?
Eduardo Celis struck out his last time up. See what Francisco Sandoval chooses to do here.
No, we're swinging. We're looking to drive a guy in.
Talked about these young men being all-around athletes and so skilled at that. Valdez. Have another quick word with our home plate umpire. And this will be the final batter Gail Pauline will face. Rangers just want to make sure that that is known. Solis loves to play tennis, and he loves the sport padel as well. Bouncing ball, and a high bouncer it is. The third baseman gloves it and throws it over the head of the first baseman. Sanchez right there, though, to get the ricochet. And the bases will be loaded here for Venezuela. They got something cooking here in the fifth.
You know, at this point in the game, putting the ball in play wins. And it started with Flores with 2 strikes, and just right here, it's an impossible play. It's just an infield single. I know.
So 13-year-old Carlos Valdez, a huge situation here for Mexico. And Darman Lopez, the batter for Venezuela. Lopez doing so much hard work behind the plate for Venezuela. Now a chance to be the offensive hero.
Yeah, Valdez, I mean, first thing that jumps out, he was the shortstop, and he just got beautiful mechanics. It really gets loaded with that lower half, and 2 breaking balls to start the at-bat.
That one misses way high. 2 balls, 1 strike. But right now, defensively, Mike, what are you thinking here for Mexico?
Yeah, I think their infield is in, so it looks like they're going to try to cut the run off. So it doesn't matter if the ball's hit right to you, to your right, or to your left. You're coming home, and you're thinking about 1 out at a time.
Strike delivered right there, making the plot even more interesting. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think that's a smart play by Mexico, too. You have to play as if 1 run is the game winner.
And now 3-2. Most important pitch of the game coming up.
You got to believe it's a fastball, right?
It's got to be, because a walk means a run here. Got him swinging. Wow. Oh, what a pitch from Carlos Valdez.
All day, Drew, we've seen that. The pitchers have been backed into corners, and over again, they've had 1 big pitch to make it work.
That brings up Diego Colina. Just got off the mound here for Venezuela. Let's see what he can do with his bat. And he times it perfectly. Deposits it into right. And we've got 1 run and make it another. Venezuela leads 2-0. Play made, though, at third. And Mexico will shorten the inning there. But some damage done finally in this game. Or what? That is 2 outs. Yeah, 2 outs here in the 5th.
How about this? Is a first pitch breaking ball, and Diego Colina does such a good job staying back on that pitch. You know, I think at the risk of being Captain Obvious here, that is the biggest at bat of the game. Nice defense by Mexico to collect that second out, though.
Brings up Angel Tovar with 2 outs. Saw Colina, he knew exactly what he wanted, waiting on that pitch. And look at this, favorite athlete. How about that, Mike? At least he's honest.
That's from that's from Ted Lasso, right? Jamie Tartt's. Why would I want to be anything other than myself? Coach Lasso said, I don't think you realize how psychologically healthy that is.
Love it. Hit to shortstop, force out at second. That gets us out of the inning. But Venezuela able to get on the board. 2 RBI single from Diego Colina. And let's go to the 6th. Mexico will try and get it back when we come back to Livermore. .org for great content, information, and also about starting a softball league. That's at littleleague.org. Don't miss that. Hit into right field, and an easy play for the first out. Talk about girls with game right there. She has got incredible game. Frances Sandoval put on an absolute pitching display to start this contest. Right now, she's just chilling in the dugout.
Yeah, it was. First of all, just to see how talented she is. Throws a high velocity fastball, but also just the composure. In that second inning, there was real problems. You know, runner at third, nobody out, and Frances Sandoval got a 0 there.
So this one just misses. Emiliano Sanchez up once again here for Mexico. Favorite TV show, The Last Dance. Strike delivered right there. I'll never forget that time. It was during COVID, ESPN airing that series, and it was like the athletic event of the year.
That's right.
In 2020. Remember that, when everything was shut down? Hit to third, slow roller over there, and a play made. Once again, defensively, this Venezuelan team awfully good as Eduardo Solis able to glove it.
No doubt. They've made some fairly tricky plays. I mean, this ball is spinning kind of funny, and you've got a leadoff hitter flying down the line. No problem.
And there's going to be some action here in the Venezuela bullpen. So this could be the final hitter Diego Colina faces. Looks like number 23 heads down to get loose. That's Gabriel Leon. And Carlos Valdez digs in once again. Again, he loves math. That was my least favorite subject when I was in school. Could not stand it.
But being a sports guy, Drew, of the times tables, 7 was the easiest one, right? Am I wrong? Because we grew up on touchdowns.
Yeah, true.
I remember doing the times table as a kid thinking, with my dad, 7s, I'll go all day long, Pop. You bring it. Now 6, 5 pretty easy. 6 and 4, not so easy.
Now the 0-2. Got him swinging. They have to throw this down to first. And no problem for Venezuela. Getting them through 6. Diego Colina, another masterful, leads things off. And he deposits it right into left center field. They'll make the turn and head to second base. And he is in with a leadoff.
It looks like the Venezuelan team has found their hitting stroke. The at-bats over the last 2 innings have been dramatically improved as they settle into this game. Double.
Now it's Santiago Zarpa's turn. Utility player here for Venezuela. Romero will get a nice lead at second. This guy's got tremendous character. His teammates say, and his coaches say as well. Big fan of Bad Bunny. Drop one right in front of the play. This will be a tough play, but Mexico able to make it. There's one out. When I say Bad Bunny, not related to Bugs Bunny.
That's right. I was following. I was tracking.
How about this bunt, Mike?
Yeah, it was beautiful. And I'll tell you, I wonder if they bunt again here to try and score that insurance run. That's a well-executed bunt.
Here's Matias Ramirez. Takes one high, ball 1.
Yeah, that was not a bunt take. That was get your best swing off take. I like it.
Alan Romero standing on third base here for Venezuela. Oh, beautiful curveball. Pulls the string for a strike.
Hammer time right there. Valdez is really slick at shortstop and showing you he can get it done on the mound too.
Ball gets by. Mexico able to track it down quickly.
Yeah, the combination of the catchers in the game have been excellent, and the backstop is just there's not a ton of depth, Drew, to your point earlier, and so we haven't seen anybody advancing on a pass ball when the runner's at third base.
Ramirez, a big Toronto Blue Jays fan. That one just off the plate. So now 3-1. 1 out. Ramirez, big swing. And a full count.
I love that. 3-1. Don't get cheated. You're in go mode and do some damage.
Oh, that one just misses inside. So now the runners on the corners. And Gabriel Leon will be stepping up here for Venezuela.
A lot of options here. You know, bunt's still in play, keeps you out of a double play, scores that run.
Chopper hit to short. Try and get that lead runner, throw it home. And now a hot box working. Finally able to make that play. Mexico very calmly under fire, trusting the teammates, and they keep that run off the scoreboard. So, Mike, they could have gone for that double play. Would have been interesting because it was hit sharply.
Yeah, it's a left-handed hitter, so you just like, I think that's what you teach the middle infielder is if it's sharply hit, turn 2. If you have any doubt, just come to 4. And then I'll tell you, Mexico, that's not an easy rundown to execute.
No.
Right? You know, probably 6 throws, and that could easily get sideways on you. So this is a nice job by Pauline. Still work to be done, though, of course.
So second and third now.
Oh, Resendez. That was Resendez at shortstop starting.
Yep. And Francis Sandoval at the plate. Again, a tremendous pitching performance. 3 balls, no strikes. Carlos Valdez dealing. Strike delivered. Looked like she wanted to step out there, but it was a little too late.
Yep. Deliberate takes on the last 2 pitches. Definitely not in swing mode. Trying to extend the pitch count.
Well, you're right. I love just the demeanor of Valdez, the pitcher right now for Mexico.
Yeah, it's a big league operation too. Like, he really gets that back turn to the hitter. Ooh. Oh, just missed.
Bases loaded once again here for Latin America. Venezuela, 2-0 lead. Mexico will call timeout one more time, and let's see if they'll let Valdez pitch to this upcoming batter or potentially make a change. "26 pitches now for Valdez, so I imagine they're going to let him go and continue here. Getting some good instruction here from Gonzalo Garcias Reyes. Hitter Jacksonir Torrealba for Venezuela. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mexico trying to get back to the dugout.
This is a big pitch right here. If you're Venezuela, you could kind of put this on ice right here with this swing.
Torrealba hits sharply to second. And the glove and force out, no issue for Mexico. Defensively, as clean a game as I think we've ever seen here for Venezuela. 35 pitches going into the 7th inning. Mike, what's the approach?
Yeah, I mean, Kalina has been an incredible strike thrower. I mean, just you can see those numbers. It's just outrageous how good of a strike thrower he is. So I think if you're Mexico, where ordinarily you might think about taking a strike, I don't think I would do that against Diego Kalina. He's just too good of a strike thrower. So, you know, you're only down 2, and you've got the middle of your order up, but you're going to have to hit to beat him.
You know, the beauty of watching these games and watching these young men compete. Moments like this when it's on the line, seeing how they react, how they handle the pressure, and that's what makes them also go through the experiences that they're going to face later on in life, and that's what Little League Baseball is all about.
Yeah, because this is serious. Like, the heart rate will bump up on you here.
So Julian Resendez leads it off here for Mexico.
Mets fan, okay, I see you, Jose. It is remarkable how good of a strike thrower Diego Kalina is. It's just, strikes come so naturally to him.
Keep in mind the winner of this game will get Australia. That game will be the first game of the day tomorrow, so Australia waiting in the wings. And then a potential meeting with Asia Pacific on Wednesday. A lot to do before then, but that's how the table may stack up. And Mexico needed a base runner any way they could get it. And Mike will certainly take that.
Yeah, they will. You know, and that's just one of those baseball plays for Diego Kalina. It's a beautiful breaking ball. And for Darmin Lopez catching, it's just, you know, that's almost an impossible pitch to block. Sometimes baseball's gonna baseball.
So the tying run comes to the plate. And Dante Ceros, who has been surprising all season, trying to do the same here. That's a chopper, and it's foul.
You talked about, Drew, some of the life lessons that you get at this level of baseball, and I think one of the great ones for the Venezuelan team right now is, you know, you can't count outs. You can't get ahead of yourself. Just keep executing pitches. That's how you win this game.
Ceros was aboard one time today after a walk. Fouls this one back.
It's a nice swing. That's one of the better swings we've seen against Kalina today.
Could not have asked for a better, more competitive opening game to start this tournament than Venezuela and Mexico. Here's the 0-2. Got him. Man, oh man, that pitch had to be delivered in the perfect spot.
Yeah, that is hashtag paint piece. I mean, just absolutely painted down and away. To your point, Drew, could not make a better pitch right there.
Mexico's fans on their feet with Gail Pauline now at the dish.
Boy, that's like a little slider right there. That's gorgeous.
swing here from Pauline. He's down 0-2.
Got to keep an eye on pitch count, though, Drew, right?
Yeah.
So he's got 6 pitches to play with before he burns another day of rest. Kalina, that is.
Efficiency definitely key here. Diego Colina, second pitcher Venezuela has worked with after picking up for Francis Sandoval.
Wow.
Oh, a beautiful pitch for strike 3, and now Venezuela's 1 out away.
Yeah, Diego Colina, that's a name to write down and circle, because what a pitching talent.
Keep in mind, if that ball does not get away that we saw a couple batters ago, this would be a perfect inning. Again, he has struck out 3 of the last 4 hitters.
Incredible. Just really works on top of that fastball, drives it down into the bottom of the strike zone, and repeats his mechanics at a remarkable level.
And now Antonio Fuentes represents the final hope here.
Just the adrenaline of being 1 out away from winning this game, too. You could see Kalina's fastball's ticked up. You can hear that pop in the glove.
Antonio Fuentes, big Javier Baez fan. He also got aboard one time today. Trying to come up with some magic here in the top of the 7th. Mexico needs it. Chopper has a chance to get through, and it does. Mexico still alive with runners on first and second. So hanging on by a thread right now, this Mexican team. And now for Diego Colina. I think if you are Venezuela, change will have to be made.
So I think 49 pitches, they'll say this is his last hitter.
Coach is here checking with the umpire. So Marco Rosen, I think, confirms. This will indeed be the last hitter for Diego Colina.
Boy, talk about a big at bat, not just for the game, but for the tournament.
So he'll be in that 36 to 50 threshold. Will be available on Wednesday if Venezuela can get by this game and win tomorrow. How about Mexico? Never say die here, even against dominant pitching.
I think Mexico has really made a nice adjustment on Colina. These are the best swings. Even though this inning did start with a strikeout, it just feels like the swings have improved dramatically for Mexico.
Mateo Aguilar, the leader of this team. So Mateo's been behind the plate. He's been the catcher. Also one of the lighthearted guys on the team. Keeps everybody loose. Tells a joke every now and then. Little check swing. And it's foul. And he kind of wanted that one back. So 2 strikes, Mike. What are you looking for here?
Yeah, if you're Aguilar, you have to be aggressive, right? You have to. Colina is such a great strike thrower. You have to presume that he's going to be in the strike zone and just get a ball on the field somehow and give yourself a chance. Good take.
The toughest out in the game so many times is that final out for Venezuela. Here's the 2-2. Struck him out. Diego Colina finally able to finish this game for Venezuela. A 2-0 victory in the opening round. Venezuela, they advance to take on Australia. And Mexico's going to have a lot more work to do battling their way out of the losers bracket.
Just, big takeaway for me, Drew, both teams played spectacular defense. There was one ball in 7 innings that was thrown errantly. Everything else, the defense was so clean. What a crisp, well-played game to kick off the tournament.
Yeah, no errors on either side. Diego Colina, what a performance for him. Francis Sandoval also cannot say enough about the starter for Venezuela. And you see the sportsmanship of Little League Baseball. Both teams lining up, congratulating each other. It was a hard-fought, tough-earned victory here for Venezuela.